What is going on Facebook Live? What's going on, guys? Super excited to be here today. It's a tidbit niple here in San Diego this morning, so wearing a full-on sweatshirt coat thing. But guys, I am so freaking excited today. I am going to be talking with Yahli. And if any of you know I Inspire Mornings, or you know the work she's doing in crypto, or any of the other cool things, what's up, Adam? Good to see you, brother. Today is going to be a really special conversation. It looks like Yahli is watching, so actually I can bring her on right here in a moment. But I just want to give just a quick personal bio in the sense that Yahli and I have kind of been hovering around each other for probably almost a couple years now. So I'm so excited. Her and I connected. What's up, Kate? Her and I connected just a couple, I guess it was maybe a month ago or two, and we've just been bouncing back and forth and having so much fun doing it. Yahli is currently in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and so we're super excited that she could join us this morning. And for those of you who are part of her I Inspire community, I'm just so excited for you guys to just get to experience her again, because she has been offline for a while, and so super excited to just bring you all this juicy awesomeness today. So if you can hear me, go ahead and hit love button, bubble it up, because actually I'm curious. I don't know with my Bluetooth headphones if they're working today. So just say where you're coming in from, and we'll get rocking and rolling. I'm super excited, guys. So comment in the comments below where you're coming in from, and we'll get rocking and rolling. I'm going to see if I can invite Yahli right now. Miss Yahli. Let's see here. Awesome. Super excited, guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. For those of you who don't know, Yahli is all about her flash tattoos. I don't know if you can even see these flash tattoos. So she's going to teach me how to put on some flash tattoos today, which is going to be a ton of fun because I've just never done that. So I'm gonna learn how to put on flash tattoos today while we're interviewing. So I might have a really cool third eye thing going, or maybe I'll put something on my cheek. So comment below where it feels like it'd be most appropriate. There she is. What up, girl?
Oh,
so
my
comment
God.
below where I should be having my flash tattoos, and Yahli and I will go ahead and do that. So Yahli, welcome.
Hey, Matt.
Girl.
I'm trying to get my headphones to work here.
Perfect. We just need to plug them in, Bluetooth them?
Yeah.
I love it. Yahli, can we first, by the way, I feel like the first thing that people are going to notice here is, number one, that you have different hair. Your hair be different. Oh no. Yahli, you still there? Or did we lose you? Yahli. Maybe she's getting her headphones going here. We'll see her in a moment. She's frozen in a really beautiful space though. She's so we'll wait a moment here and make sure she's on. Oh no, we lost her. Let's add her back. I'm gonna add Yahli to the camera. But so like I said, guys, flash tattoos today. I'm getting them on me. There she is. She's back.
I just wanted to give you a chance to see me frozen.
It was beautiful. It was great.
It's pretty cold out here, so I wanted you to get that feeling.
Yeah.
Frozen. Yeah. Wanted to make it literal. How's it going? Good morning. Hi, everyone watching us.
Good morning. Woo! Yeah, so wherever you're calling in from, please do go ahead and comment below where you're calling in from, because obviously I know Yahli has an international audience, so I want to know who's all here today. If you're calling in from Morocco or I don't know, Italy or something, we want to know where you're coming in from. So Yahli, I am just so over the moon excited to be chatting with you. Can we first? You froze as I was asking you a question actually about your hair. Your hair, it's
Ooh,
new.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah,
Tell
it's pretty
us what
new.
happened with your hair.
Well, first of all, you have the honor of bringing me on my first Facebook Live in over a year, and actually my first Facebook Live since changing my hair. So anyone in
Yes.
my audience, your audience, our mutual friends, that's seeing me, for a lot of people, this is like new. Um, yeah, for those of you who don't know,
For real.
or like Matt's audience, I had about 100 dreadlocks, and they were long, really, really, really long. And I have
For real.
proof. I kept a few. For those of you who are like kind of worried it's not me,
Oh,
uh,
you
I kept
did.
a few of
Yeah.
them. Yeah, just a few. Um, but yeah, they were really long. I had them for the longest time, for like 8 years. And yeah, I decided to change it up.
Love it. That's so good, Yali. That's so fun. Well, I know for so many people that are watching, um, yeah, like you said, you've been frozen. You've been like out of the scene. You've been doing a lot of other things. I know you moved to Israel for the moment, and so I think a really cool place to start would just be like for everyone to kind of hear where you're at, like what you're up to, and what you're like really, really excited about right now.
Yay. Wow. First of all, I kind of whenever I get asked where I live, I say I live in the moment. So, I mean, I'm in Israel now. I've been in San Diego for the majority of the last year. I've been around the world the rest of the time. People in Israel call me Yali Globali, which is global Yali, because I love moving around. And
I love that.
things have seriously shifted actually over the last year and so. It's so great to see you too. Hey guys, I see some of my audience coming on. It's great, great, great to open this morning
Love
up
it.
with you. Um, so yeah, I used to do the I Inspire morning calls, which was my morning show. I had live,
Mhm.
not interviews, but live talks every day, Monday through Friday, for 2.5 years. And then I went to Burning Man 2016, and I got called to stop everything I was doing and really become a little more, I guess, love and connection oriented. So, um, tone things down
Mm,
from like this massive, like, significance driven space of like, I want to empower everyone at the same time, into kind of, wow, like, I really want to connect with people deeply.
yeah.
And that's a big part of why I haven't been online the way I used to be. I never really got the chance to sit down with my audience and actually share that with them. So the first one to get to ask me that live. And I'm actually happy about the opportunity to share where I've been at. It's been an incredible, incredible year of just so many magical moments, manifestations, realizations, growth. I feel like a brand new person, or at least a brand new phase in my life.
Absolutely. Wow, that's so
And
exciting, Allie. Well,
and with
well,
that, by the way, I am excited to get back on, and I am excited to
yes.
reconnect and engage with my audience and yours.
Yes. Well, and what I'm super excited about, Yali, is this is such a cool opportunity. I know we've spoken about this privately of that, for so long it's been about the I Inspire and it's been bringing other people and spotlighting other people. And what I'm so excited about for you today is just the opportunity for like just Yali to just like be at the forefront and just get to like see more and hear more about what you're excited about. Just Yali and like not, all the other things. So and I know your collaboration, love, and connection, those are always going to be a huge value for you. So that's never going to stop. And I know all your audience is excited to continue to see what you're going to be bringing, but just excited today for it to just be like the Yali show. And with that, can I get Yalified? Can I?
You must get Yahlified. So yeah,
Okay.
one of the things that I've really learned to do, or you know how a lot of people in our space, like personal development and whatnot, they're really trying to figure out like, what's my message? What's the value that I can give to the world? And one of the things that I've learned for myself, transitioning into like kind of Yali and Yali.net coming up, from like I Inspire and being a business, I was also looking for like, what is the message that wants to come through? And I've been asking people like, what do you like getting from me? Where does some of the value that I bring to your life? And
Mm,
surprisingly, they answered all kinds of weird shit. Sorry for my language, but
It's okay.
all kind of like weird stuff that just is like absolutely easy for me and natural. Like one of them being yallification, which just became this term. Yeah,
I love
it's,
that.
I guess it's a way of self-expressing yourself, or like dyeing your hair weird colors, or
Totally.
putting on flash tats. Like sometimes I get asked, did you just come back from India? Like, they're trying to figure it out. And I just love that it's a
I love
conversation
that.
starter. I don't do it for that, but it's a
Yeah.
great one. And I love the feeling of being fully self-expressed. So let's begin with you getting yallified. And I'm gonna pass on some flash tats for you. If anyone's curious, here.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Got him.
Oh, there we go.
They made it through the internet. That's so good.
Yes.
So I can't even describe what some of these things are. There's like a third eye looking thing. Is that like gold or silver? Which feels more appropriate?
It literally is the same one I have here. I'm not even kidding. Look at this.
Well, you passed it through the internet, so I mean.
Oh wait. Do you see? Isn't that shape?
Yeah, it totally is. That's so funny. Okay, so I guess I'm
Anyway,
gonna go with,
yeah.
I'm gonna go with
If
gold. Is gold appropriate or silver?
Go gold. Gold is bold,
Gold is bold.
Gold
I love
is
that.
bold.
It's got a funky
Yeah.
smell. Okay, so
I've never smelled them in my life. I have them on me like every day, and I've never smelled them.
That's so funny.
Guys, if you're watching this and you want to get a flash tat, because people ask me where I get them, they come off. Don't worry. You could just go on Amazon and order like a pack of about 20 million. I might be exaggerating, but about 20 million for like $5-10. Yeah, just write either temporary tattoos or flash tattoos. And I mean, if you really love them, I can recommend specific ones. I see we're getting a lot of like, oh, and smiley faces on this.
It's because I'm getting yallified. People are getting excited about it. Shouldn't we
Why
all
are
be
they
getting
crying?
yallified? Okay,
Yeah, why are they crying?
so I separate. They're crying because they're not getting yallified right now.
Oh,
So I separated it out. So now what do? Do I just stick it on my forehead and then wet it?
Yeah,
Is that what
so
I do?
you take off the screen, the transparent side, and you stick it on. You're gonna put it here because we want to match. And then you're going to take like a damp piece of like napkin or tissue or whatever.
Got it.
Exactly.
And this
is
like
where
this,
you say,
then,
I just trust the universe for this to actually be in the right spot, because it's really hard to aim.
I'm totally trusting the universe that this is going to be the right spot.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like, I haven't done this since I was like maybe 10. So I love that we're putting on temporary tattoos this morning. Well, and for you, evening. Oh no, what's going to happen if I furrow my brow though, Yahli?
If you furrow your brow. I've never had anyone worry about that before. I love it though. By the way, hi Mandy.
Am I gonna lose it?
I missed you too. And
what's up, Mandy, Theo, Claire?
Tristan, do you know that Tristan and I used to be pen pals when we were like 15 or something? Yeah. So that's pretty cool to have you on here, Tristan.
Wow.
And like my cousin's here, Carlos is here, Maria de Sol is here. So many cool people. So anyone joining us, we can't know that you're on here unless you let us know.
Unless you say something.
Unless
Tristan,
you say something.
What's up? I love Tristan there.
Yeah. So if you're on.
Also, guys, if you guys love Yahli, please share this. Like, please, like, go ahead and let everyone know. Like, the whole freaking world needs to know that Yahli's on right now. So, like, everybody, please share this right now.
You know what? I haven't.
And I love that I have paper on my head right now. Yahli, freaking share this, girl.
How do I share this on my page? Right post.
Someone's got a comment. I don't actually know.
Here,
So, okay, so while
join.
you're
Oh,
sharing though, so I just slowly, I love that, Eloy. You'll wink your third eye when you furrow your brow. Good morning, Carrie. This is awesome. So I should just slowly peel it off then for the reveal. Should we just see how it comes out?
yeah, but I can't miss you doing that, and my whole thing
Oh
here
no. Okay.
is
Okay.
freaking out.
What up, Liz?
Oh, here we go. Post.
She's so good.
Okay, I think I did it. Whew. All right, I'm so
Okay.
excited. I'm on
So
Facebook Live.
the reveal. Here we go.
You got this. You got this.
Totally. It's totally crooked. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
There it
so
is.
first of
All in its
all,
perfect
I'm really
detail and
proud of you
everything.
for doing this.
Thank
Really
you,
proud of
Yahli.
you for doing
Thank
this.
you.
You guys, I mean, if you're laughing along with me for him not really getting it in place, you could just do the. Is there a laughing smiley in down here? Yeah,
There
this one.
is. There's a ha-ha smiley.
Click the haha for Matt if you're proud of him.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm officially Yahlified. It's
See, it
official.
helps to meditate beforehand, but you'll do
Always.
better
I
as you
always
go.
find that. Silvana, Nathaniel. What's up, guys? All right. Well, Yahli,
We got a
we got
bunch of
some big
hearts and
we
laughter
got
here.
some big things we got to get down to today. So,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
just
do
so
it.
freaking excited. So first off, Yahli, I would love for those of you that are joining from my audience, Yahli, I want people to understand more about obviously what it means to be Yahlified, but just like tell us the fun, like what feels really fun and exciting and inspiring to talk about this morning in terms of your story, like in terms of telling us a little bit more about your background and like what brought you to today, and what you just like what you're most excited about today.
Wow, do we have a good 2 hours right now?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll try to sum it up to where should I begin? Let's see what I'm inspired to share. So, yeah, so I mean, let's go back to when way back 2011, where my life was kind of in a place where I mean, I had this 7 year relationship, I had the dog, I had the house, and I
Mm,
wasn't really there in terms of manifesting what I want in my life. So I was at this stuck point. You know how all of us in personal development usually have that moment, right? So I had that moment of realization that just because I was alive doesn't mean I am living. And that was a
mm,
huge, huge point for me. And that's where I made some new decisions in my life and turned my life around completely and got into personal development, fell in love with it. Um, fell in love with entrepreneurship, discovered that that was my world, and faced my first financial breakdown as I was starting my new startup
yes.
that was failing miserably. Almost got kicked out of my apartment. Bank was suing me. Everything was breaking down. And that's when I discovered morning rituals and empowering rituals that really shifted the way I was thinking. I also took on a 100-day challenge then. It was actually January, just like this. It was the beginning of a new year, and I decided, okay, I'm going to challenge myself for 100 days. I had a coach that I couldn't even afford. I took everything I could and invested in that coach.
Totally.
And within 100 days, I just made like 3 incredible dreams come true. I started a real estate business that kind of helped me on the financial end, and then I began starting to pursue my dream, which came to me through a vision one day, this outer body
Mm,
experience. And it came with a name. It was called I Inspire. And I just saw people empowering each other online. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And I knew I was somehow responsible for it. And I guess that's the day that I began living with purpose. My purpose, which still is to empower millions of people to live a life they love and enjoy, you know, and it inspires me in different ways as I grow. But one of the things that was completely for me, I guess, my highest achievement to date, and I've had many, but the one thing that's really made a difference in my life and in other people's lives was I Inspire. So I Inspire, that which came through that vision has manifested almost like organically, accidentally into an online personal development platform. We grew to 20,000 people. I hosted a morning show for 2.5 years. I brought the TEDx world, I'm a TEDx organizer, into personal development and brought in 20-minute talks daily, only in the personal development space. So we've had incredible mentors speak on my show. And it was just crazy. I also went on a world tour and an American tour, attending events and hosting events around the world and the States, and you know, expanding myself, getting to meet people in my community. It's just kind of been a dream. And I also hosted challenges for thousands of other people to empower them to make their dreams happen. So that became a thing. Like now, you know, January, every time the year begins, I'm like, okay, what's the challenge now? And that's just how I started talking. So I did that for the longest time. It's kind of been amazing. And as I told you a little bit beforehand, 2016, I was just like, I had this realization. I was going to go to Burning Man. I had to figure out what to do with I Inspire and my daily calls and everything. And I just remember I was on a call with my team, amazing team that I love, that really volunteered for me. And I just felt this hunch. I was like, they asked, what should you do? What are we going to help you do with the calls while you're gone? And I just said, I don't think there's going to be a call while I'm gone. That's when I stopped everything I was doing. And this past year has become to me about letting go and trusting the flow, which is really now my new thing. It's just let go and trust the flow. And this year I've embraced new things like meditation, like connecting to my past and future. By the way, I'm going to give a TED Talk this year.
Love that.
called, it's called Time Travel is Possible. And so a lot of me is working on different perspectives of working on my past, as well as being able to manifest things by going into my future in meditation and then bringing those things into my life today. And that's been just going radically amazing.
Oh, so good. Yeah, I feel like this has been a theme for me as of lately too, Yahli, and this idea of time. And it's just such a fascinating conversation, and even how we're using our time, but also, how we're interacting with time and how we're like moving ahead of time, moving behind in time, or back in time. One of the things I wanted to jump back though that you mentioned, which I absolutely love, is your 100-day challenge and what you get excited about when January comes. So for you, even if it hasn't been fully formulated, do you have a 100-day challenge for this year yourself?
So this year I'm doing something a little bit different. First of all, I kind of stopped calling it the 100-day challenge because it doesn't have to be 100 days.
Right.
But yes, this year, first of all, I'm about to launch Yahli.net. Yahli.net is my new personal brand. What it allows me to do.
Love this.
What it allows me to do is, unlike I Inspire, which had its own kind of, I guess, thing, like it was its own entity. I wasn't trying to make it about me. But what I realized is I was changing and shifting. And with I Inspire, it wasn't changing and shifting. Now Yahli.net, that can change and shift along with me, and people can grow alongside me. So
good.
part of that growth, I guess, is what's been like really inspiring to me in the last year is grounding into community, and our beautiful community that you and I are connected with. A lot of them in San Diego, but some across the United States and some other places. And they're really conscious beings, conscious entrepreneurs, creators, magic workers, right? Like we've got everything, like spiritual people, we've got world shakers, coaches, and being surrounded by so many incredible people in a community like that, it's not only been like a dream for me, and fun too, and empowering and amazing, but it's also kind of put me in this place where like I just want to share this with the world. Like every time I meet someone, like, hey, like, I mean, to my audience, I would say right now, like Matt Cooke, like follow him, check out what he's doing. Can you say a few words about what you're doing for my audience, just so that they understand what kind of people I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Yahli. Yeah, I work with high achieving, people pleasing, over giving, burnt out, overwhelmed, frazzled entrepreneurs. So those of you that are doing so much and giving so much and loving so much and are so connection oriented, and it's just draining you, and helping those people create and master boundaries and confidence, so you can really take your life back, take your power back. And it's a freaking blast. And I call it the Supreme Performance Academy. So it's a hell of a lot of fun. So thanks for even just asking, Yahli. Yeah, I love this stuff. I could literally talk about this stuff all day with you. So this is so fun. I love it.
I know it is. And you see, guys, this is what I mean. So people like Matt, and like Mary Catherine.
Mary
Hey, girl.
Catherine!
She's
Love
in
it.
our community. So every time I get to just receive so much love abundance, another word for me this year, an abundance of love and everything, really, a
Abundance.
flow of energy. Every time I receive so much, I just want to share that with the world. I want to share that with my community, but I also want to expand that. I want to make it available to everyone. And I've been asking myself what way, shape, or form I could do that in. And this year, what I'm called to be doing is, rather than just work on challenging myself or having some format of challenging others, is really how can I bring together my community? How can I bring together like the epic people that we know that are such incredible beings that have so many ways of empowering other people, and everyone does it a little differently, right? You help people, I don't want to say what you're doing, but you do it through meditation, through different practices, and some other people do it through training like their voice, and other people are, body workers and body focused. And so bringing those together and creating like a 12-week program where each week you get to have one of us jump on and give people our tips and secrets and things like that. So that's what's kind of in the works for me this year,
that.
and us being participants as well, of course.
Yes. Yahli, I just want to like halt the entire train for a moment and just like totally rain affirmation on you, because I
Okay.
see one of your superpowers as it's just so beautiful watching you, because what I'm noticing is like, we're talking about like bringing Yahli more to the forefront and having Yahli, Yahli.com, Yahli.net, all these things, and they're so needed. And what I also just love is connection is so a superpower of yours, of like not just connecting people, but connecting audiences, connecting ideas, connecting opinions, connecting questions, connecting just humans, in like this beautiful woven tapestry of like humanity, of like who we are. And it's just so beautiful seeing the way that you're able to like really connect the dots for people, like truly, truly.
because it's such a superpower. I think sometimes I have a similar ability, so like I can see it really easily in you. And I think sometimes we take it for granted. And I just want to just like so admonish you
Mm.
for the work that you do and like truly bringing like stellar humans together. And I just really want to affirm you for that because it's just super
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you.
Hmm.
Ditto. Well, just to remind you, you brought me on here. So here you are using your magical powers for connection. And I'll agree with you and thank you. I receive
Hmm.
as well as agree. And I also want to have this lead into a tip for the people watching here because
Please.
I'd like to say that just as I can hear that from you, like here's a gift that you have, like you saying about me, and learn through that what my gifts are. I encourage you guys watching, especially those of you who are curious about what it is that your gifts are that the world wants to receive from you, to go out there and just pick even 5 people in your life that are close to you or not so close to you, but are role models for you. Like someone in the space or field that you are intrigued to be in or already are in, and
Mm.
that you look up to. And then send them an email or a message and just ask them, hey, what do you think my natural gifts are? What do you think my talents are? And what do you think people would most want to learn from me? Um, you'd be surprised by, first of all, the commonalities of answers between those different people. Even if they don't know each other and they're not in the same circle, you'll get back some answers that surprise you. And another surprising factor about doing this exercise is you'll realize that most of the things they answer are not the things that you've been trying really hard to come up with, but really just some things you do so naturally that it seems almost silly for it to be something that you teach others, just like you were just saying, connection.
Hmm.
I'm like,
Yahli. I think we might have lost Yahli for a moment here. She'll be back on. Looks like she's still there, probably. Yahli, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Yahli? Well, guys, while Yahli's still getting back on that tip that she just shared, and she may just bounce back on here in a moment, which is great. But one of the things that I want to share for those of you watching that I think is such a great thing as well is we talk a lot about self-acceptance, right? Especially in the industry of self-development, personal development, self-acceptance. One of the things I want y'all to comment below on is a lot of us talk about self-acceptance, right? In terms of like accepting the bad or accepting the pieces of us that we're not necessarily fully comfortable with, right? But sometimes self-acceptance can also just be accepting the pieces of us that are freaking awesome, right? And so for those of you watching, I want you to actually go ahead and comment below a piece of you, and this is some of the work that I teach in the Supreme Performance Academy, is accepting all the pieces of me. And so I want you to actually go ahead and write below. So she's saying go out and outsource and ask people around you what your greatest gifts and resources and abilities are. But I want to also now ask you to comment below, what are your greatest strengths yourself? Like comment below, like what is a superpower of yours? What is a gift of yours that like you're like, I want to accept more and more of this in 2018? Like what is a gift that you really see in yourself, that you're just like, man, I'm freaking awesome at this. And we're gonna go, there she is, Miss Yahli, add as guest. She's back. So go ahead and comment below like something that is so amazing about you that feels like even a little edgy to admit. Yes, Liz, I love that. YouTube and video marketing. Liz, amen. So Yahli, just to catch you up for a second, don't worry, we filled the time. It was perfect. I just shared with them to go ahead and self-accept one of their gifts, one of their things that they're just like so darn good at, and just like fully owning that. So I loved yours in going out and getting that from other people, and then for them to then go out within themselves and commenting below what it is that they're really darn good at and gifted at. So again, or you're just going a little slower. We lost her again. But go ahead, and I want you to, yes, Elizabeth, yes. I love that, Liz. Bringing peace to chaotic situations. Amen, Liz. That is so you. I love that. You're such a peace bringer. I love that. I like slowing everything down. So let's see if we got Yahli back on again. Do 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 do. You there, Miss Yahli? Oh, thanks, bruh. I love that. Yahli. I think the internet's just a slightly wobbly where she is. We're also, guys, we're speaking across continents, which is pretty exciting. So, well, guys, while Yahli's taking a second to get back on, I want to just really like reaffirm something that we just shared with her, which is that Yahli is hosting. She's going to be bringing together a 12-week challenge where she's going to be getting together some of the world thought leaders on different subjects, from productivity to self-acceptance and self-love, to some of the other cool things that she's like really excited about. And I'm going to be one of the weeks, and she said she's got a couple other people in mind that they're going to be sharing their wisdom for 1 week. So it's going to be a 12-week process, and she's going to be curating this. And it looks like she's restarting. That sounds awesome, Yahli. We'll get back to you in a moment here. She's just going to be restarting her video. But so anyways, we're just so excited to bring you guys this content. And honestly, it's kind of on the DL of like when it's going to be starting, so I'm not going to tell you that specifically, but we're super excited to bring you guys just like little tasters of the work that it is that we do. And I'm just so freaking excited for Yahli and for her community to get to experience more and more of the people that she knows and the people that she interacts with on a daily basis. So all that. So for those of you that are watching that are part of Yahli's community, I want you guys to share something that you really love about Yahli, because when she gets back on, this will be a really cool way to like bring her back on. So for those of you that are watching, part of Yahli's community, I want you to like flood her with love right now. So hit the love button, hit the love like crazy, and I want you to comment below like what is it that you absolutely adore about Yahli. And I think this will be like just a really sweet gift to give her as she gets back on, because I think that Yahli is just such an incredible giver to her community and to the I Inspire people, and not necessarily like doesn't necessarily get to hear it or experience it all the time or be affirmed in what she's so amazing at. So if you know Yahli to any degree, just share something about her that you just absolutely adore about her, and we'll get going here again in a moment. But I'm super excited, guys, that you know Yahli and that you're here and that you're ready to rock and roll. The other thing that I'll share, you know, that her and I talked about that I'm super excited is for Yahli to also come to the forefront more. So when she sees this replay, she's probably gonna be like, "Ooh." But Yahli is just, she's an incredible woman, as you know. And this year, and she was starting to speak about it, is her year to really bring more of Yahli to the forefront. So super excited about that, and for her to like really shine, to get the Yahli shine on. She's here. I love it. It's awesome. Girl, we had it covered. It was great. We were just rocking and rolling.
Totally. I know you probably gave him some homework to do, things like that.
I did.
See?
Well, Yahli, you're gonna have to check back, because I probably lovingly embarrassed you, but I told them I want them all to flood you with love and share all the reasons that they love you if they're part of your community, to write. And so when the people get the replay, I'm sure you're gonna get a lot more. But Tristan just said everything. Yahli's completely amazing. She kept pictures that I sent her 20 years ago. Love her. So that's just awesome.
Oh my God. Tristan,
I love
thank you for that.
So you'll get
You're
even
the
more.
best, Matt. I might do this to you as well. So if you guys know Matt, let us know down here why you love Matt. And if you don't know Matt, you should know Matt, because there's like plenty of reasons to love him too. Haha, got you back. Got you back.
That's awesome. Thanks, Yahli. That's super
thank
fun.
you.
Well,
I appreciate that.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So I would love, I think, just to like kind of like put a beautiful bow on this whole thing, on this whole interview, and to get us back on track, is just, I would love to hear like one or two really like take home tactical tips that like you want, especially in your last year of not being super present on Facebook in terms of Facebook Lives and stuff. Like what do you really want to share as like amazing things that they can do to launch into 2018 really powerfully and effectively this year for all the people watching?
First and foremost, I would like to say something that my audience may not be super surprised by, but it's really one of the things that transform things for me and is one of the first steps I usually recommend everyone. And that's having some powerful rituals in your life, especially a morning ritual. And the reason for that is the way you start your day is so important to who you're going to be for the rest of the day, that whether you're a part of I Inspire community and you guys just like fell off the wagon of morning rituals, or you're just someone hearing for the first time about the idea of having a powerful morning ritual, I'm just saying, like, the way you start your morning is so important. So whether you're alone or with a couple or with kids or whatnot, do what's necessary to have some of your own time in the very first part of the morning. So whether that means start waking up a little earlier, and you can start with 5-10 minutes, and then if you can get an hour, it's preferable. Even like my morning ritual can be up to 2.5 hours, but I have the privilege to do that. And people who don't, 5 minutes is okay too. It just makes a really big difference. So, I mean, I won't go into all the possibilities of what you can do in a morning ritual. You can follow me for more things, but you know what? Those of you watching here that have a powerful morning ritual, how about you share like one piece of your morning ritual that you recommend other people do? Maybe it's something more common, like meditating. Maybe you even have an example for a good meditation that you love, maybe a guided one or something like that. Or maybe it's an activity, maybe it's something surprising that you made up yourself and that empowers you. And especially if you guys are parents, I'm not a parent, I can't give you an example, but how about you share what works for you so other parents can learn too? So we can just make this an empowering Facebook Live for people to learn from, especially now in the new year. Like, use this momentum, and I'll share one. I mean, I have so many, right? Like, just waking up and smiling first thing in the morning is a powerful one. You got the endorphins running. You're like super excited. And even if you're having a bad morning and you kind of force the smile, it still makes a difference. But I'll share this. Two things. One is it's like been over 4 years that I've had a morning call with my accountability partner. So if you don't have one, get one. Just ask your friend or someone here on this Facebook Live if they want to be your accountability partner.
Yes.
But it's a short 5-minute call that we do, and we literally decide who we are that day. So it changes with gratitude and different things, but we also find a way of being that we want to be being in our day today. And that makes a huge difference. And a way of being, for example, could be like, today I'm going to be generous, not just generous with money, but generous in my whole behavior and my whole being towards people. Or today I'm going to be loving, or even loved. Loved is a way of being. Even if, there's not like, we're so good at looking at where we lack love or what's missing, that it's such a good exercise to just be loved as a way of being, because you suddenly become so aware of all the different places that you're being loved throughout the day. Like, even by strangers on the street, you smile at them and they like give you love just because you decided you're loved today. The plants, like trees outside, can give you so much love when you're in a way of being that's loved. So things like that, that's a really good practice as well. I can talk for one big tip I'll give people. Another thing that's really, really been powerful for me. And I'm going to talk about it more on Yahli.net and on my channel. And now that I'm on Facebook Live, you know, you guys might see more of me. Um, so, um, so I think that another powerful one is the future meditating. And, you know, I'll get more into it later, but really what people can already begin doing is while you are meditating, I want you to think of what it is that the goals we want. A lot of people think it's like the material things. You know, I want to be doing so and so. I want to open start my own business. I want to have this and that many followers. I want to get married. But what we really want is not the circumstances, because if we were to feel the same way we feel right now and be the same person we are right now, even if we'd have those circumstances, it wouldn't necessarily give us all we want. You know, we know the story of like people making millions of dollars, but still being miserable. It's not so satisfying. So what I recommend is you think about what your outcome is that you're after at this point of your life. You don't have to figure it all out forever. Just what's one thing you can think of right now that you really want, and then what way are you going to be being when you have that, when you achieve that. And then begin feeling that within your meditation. Feel that way of being. Walk the way you're walking. Talk the way you're talking. Feel the feelings inside your body and have them here and now in this meditation. The second you open your eyes to the world when you're done meditating, everything around you will shift, and you'll get more and more proof throughout the day for why you're feeling the way you feel, and you'll get closer and closer to being where you want to be being. That's kind of like, in a nutshell, a part of the method that I'm talking about when I say future meditation. But yeah, like I said, I could talk about it more, like expand on it on my channel.
It's so good, Yahli.
How about you, Matt? What would you like to leave people with?
No, I just wanted to bookend that, kind of jump on the bandwagon, because from like 0 to 7 walk. So part of my background is neuroscience too. I don't know how much even you know that, but from 0 to 7, we're walking around in a super receptive state, and it's a brainwave state of theta, which for people that don't know, there's a bunch of different brainwave states, and basically deep sleep is delta. But theta is right above that, and that's a state where we're barely awake, but we're super unconsciously and consciously receptive. And that's sort of like in between dream state. That's where a lot of people do that. Those first 3 years upon waking, like you just said, Yahli, are when our unconscious mind is most receptive to newness, to changes, to, like you just said, when you're meditating about your future self. When one of the things that I teach my clients is a personal creed, which is like creating and like integrating, pulling into your cells the pieces of data that you want to establish and state and stand for on that day. You know, like today will be the greatest day of my life. Like to stand for that first thing in the morning after a meditation or after you just wake up is like so great for your brain. And so great for your unconscious body and mind. And so that's all I could really say is just that,
I don't want to cut you off.
Period is so beneficial.
I would say to my audience every morning on my calls, today is the best day of your life. That's like my sentence.
Oh,
right, guys? That.
Yeah,
right?
I use that every single morning. Oh, that's so good. I start out my personal creed with, here is my secret sauce to being a boss. And then I end it with, today will be the greatest day of my life. Or today will be the greatest day of my life. So that's so much fun.
I love it.
But yeah, I think that a personal creed, having like something in which you can look at every single day. You know, people are always talking about your why, but to like actually have your why like physically in your mental, physical, emotional periphery and spiritual periphery every single day, and to continuously re-encant that to yourself is so, so vitally important. So those are the things that I would recommend. And I'm just so stinking excited, Yahli. This is really
Me too. I just
just
want to
it's been
talk
such
forever.
a pleasure. Yeah, for real.
But I
And I
really
think we
want
both need
people
to roll.
to, yeah, I want people to get their day started. You guys, if you watched like 2 seconds of this or the whole entire, I don't know what it was, 45 minutes of this, I would love to hear one thing you got out of it, out of hopping on here and being with us. It's going to be really valuable for me and Matt, I think, to learn, as well as it's going to open up some things and opportunities for other people to learn from as well. Also, feel free to like say something cool for the new year to people on here as well. I'm super excited. If you want to see more of me, let me know.
Yeah.
Matt, I know it's your Facebook Live, but can I ask for something that I love to ask for, or I used to love to ask for on my Facebook Live?
Go for it, Yahli. I think that's a great way to wrap it up, girl.
Yeah, I call it heart bombing. Heart bombing is really an opportunity for you guys to bomb the heck out of this Facebook Live with love. And there's like intention behind it. The intention being that everyone here for a moment, like as silly as it is, just pressing the heart button, I want you to really fully embody the love, the abundance of love that exists in the world right now through this channel that we call Facebook Live. So if you're feeling loving and you want everyone to feel that and you want to feel the love, I just want you to bomb the heck out of this Facebook Live with love and just heart bomb it all over the place. I'm doing it too. And we can wrap up with that. I think it feels really good. I love you guys so much. Matt, thank you so much for having me on and for challenging me to jump on.
Yes. And with that, to my audience and to Yahli's audience, have an amazing, amazing day and make today the greatest day of your life. And so much love. Thanks, Yahli.
Best day ever.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. Love you.